Demands for justice today in Westchester County after a high school cheerleader was stabbed to death. 16-year-old KAYLA Green's mother broke her silence at a rally this afternoon outside Westchester County Court. Green was killed in Mount Vernon on April 8th after a parade celebrating her school's basketball team. Police say a 15-year-old girl stabbed Green. A suspect is charged with manslaughter. But today, KAYLA Green's mother and others called for murder charges.
We are broken mentally, emotionally, and physically. She came to kill my daughter. I'm not going to stop until I get justice for my daughter.
Prosecutors are not releasing much information about the suspect because she is a minor. The victim's family has said that the girl, the suspect, had a history of bullying Green.
A Mount Vernon high school student was sentenced on Tuesday for the murder of a rival Mount Vernon cheerleader. The Westchester County District Attorney announced Tuesday that a 15-year-old was sentenced to 3 to 9 years in prison after pleading guilty to felony manslaughter in the first degree last month for the April 2022 fatal stabbing of 16-year-old KAYLA Green. The offense carries a maximum sentence of 3.5 to 10 years for a juvenile offender in New York. Although her identity has been widely reported by media outlets, neither the police nor prosecutors have publicly identified her because of her age. On April 8th of last year, the entire city, including KAYLA, who was a sophomore and captain of the Mount Vernon High cheer squad, came out to honor the Mount Vernon High School Knights basketball team's state championship and undefeated season. However, shortly before 4 p.m., the school celebration turned violent after the teenager stabbed KAYLA in the abdomen with a knife on Gramerton Avenue in Mount Vernon. The stabbing was captured on cell phone video, and a picture of the teenager with a knife was taken hours earlier in her bedroom and was posted on social media. KAYLA was rushed to Jacoby Medical Center in the Bronx, where she was pronounced dead.
Today, the Mount Vernon community is saying its final goodbyes to KAYLA Green. She was killed just over 3 weeks ago after a celebration in the city. News 12's Emily Young was there for the emotional service.
We come to give God some glory for her life. Come on, as short as it was, God. Come on, we come to celebrate the life of this little child.
Macedonia Baptist Church in Mount Vernon, packed with friends and family of KAYLA Green, who all came to say a final goodbye.
We cannot allow KAYLA and the hurt and the pain and the agony from her loss to be in vain. We must confront bullying in school, at work, at home.
A whole city in mourning.
We always tell our young people, do well in school, become involved and engaged, pick good friends, do the right thing. And everyone, KAYLA did each and every one of those things. An A student, an honor roll student, junior varsity captain, a graduate of the Mount Vernon Youth Police Academy, involved in the Youth Bureau, a loving daughter, a role model as a sister, a niece, a cousin, a friend.
I cannot make this situation good for the family. They're going to hurt a long time. But what we can do in KAYLA's name is put a mirror in front of our face and say, what are we doing to stop this?
The entire cheer squad, as well as the basketball team, also in attendance.
All of you that were cheerleaders with her, y'all got to finish KAYLA's journey.
Mount Vernon police arrested the teen defendant later that evening in Dobbs Ferry following an investigation with assistance from the Westchester County Department of Public Safety and the FBI's Westchester Safe Streets Task Force. The teenager was also charged in connection with the stabbing of another teen at the scene of the incident. Under NYS law, at the time of the defendant's plea, those additional charges were dismissed due to the defendant's age. KAYLA's loved ones left the courthouse Tuesday, seeing the criminal justice system play out, but didn't feel a sense of justice. The family also blasted the Mount Vernon school system as well.
Today, the justice system failed my daughter once again. Her killer get out in 3 years to live her life to have family, to have a career, my daughter will never see that. I will never see my daughter again. My daughter will never have a future. She will never have family, nothing. My family is broken, and our heart will never mend from the loss of my daughter. Kayla, you want I can't do it.
Outside the courthouse in White Plains, anger fueled by pain. The family of 16-year-old Mount Vernon cheerleading captain KAYLA Green reacting to the sentence imposed moments before on a 15-year-old girl who pleaded guilty to manslaughter in December.
This death was avoidable. It's a travesty that this young girl lost her life during an unnecessary and violent attack. You're hereby sentenced to an indeterminate term of imprisonment, which shall have a minimum term of 3 years and a maximum term of 9 years. This is a juvenile offender sentence.
The 15-year-old, who we are not identifying because of her age, admitted stabbing KAYLA following a school celebration last April. Another girl, 16-year-old Manise Simpson, survived after also being knifed. She gave a victim impact statement today, along with KAYLA's family.
This was an intentional, senseless, and vicious intentional crime which has caused immeasurable pain.
The defendant addressed the family, sobbing through a statement. This is part of her audio.
And I wish there was more I could do than say I'm sorry for what I did.
KAYLA's family not buying the girl's apology.
3 years for a murder is nothing. That's nothing. We had to go to visit a grave to see my niece. And meanwhile, there's a young woman that in 3 years will be outside skipping.
Every party, every system failed. We had a young lady in school wreaking havoc in the Mount Vernon school system. They were fully aware of what this young lady was doing inside of that school, and it was a danger to every young person who was in that school, and they did nothing.
The family's attorney is vowing to hold school officials and others accountable. The 15-year-old will remain in a juvenile detention center until she's 18. Depending on her behavior, she could be released without ever serving time in state prison.